Maybe a little more volume on this mic, please. So when I was at Unity of Metairie, we would spend, if you ever visited our service, we would spend a lot of time in meditation. And it used to really irritate some people just because they weren't used to it. But what I've come to find out in leading spiritual communities and leading my own spiritual development, that more can be said in the silence and more can be learned in the silence and more can be awakened to in the silence than words can ever do. And so it's important for all of us. If you don't like to say so-called meditate, try to find something, some way for you to quiet your mind from all the thoughts and ideas that are running through there. You'll begin to realize that many of the thoughts that you're thinking aren't even yours. There's somebody's, probably they're deceased, and you're still thinking them and dragging them around. Very few thoughts of ours are original, but in the silence and in the stillness, we begin to hear those original, life-giving thoughts that come from the deepest part of ourselves. And although it is necessary to eventually speak and to teach and to talk about all these things, in the silence, there's a connection to our inner life that cannot be gained by any workshop or book or even a meeting such as this. So I'd invite you to just go along a short journey with me into that stillness. Rumi, the 13th century Sufi poet, said it the best when he said, "Enough with such questions. All of your talk is worthless when compared to one whisper of God from the silence." I want to share a short song with you called In the Silence, and just begin to let yourself relax into this moment. Take a moment to become very conscious of what you're thinking about. Begin to think about what you're thinking about. Just look and see what's there right now, what thoughts are there. And then what's there right after that. And begin to allow yourself permission to become completely still. Feel your shoulders gently drop. Feel yourself on the cushion of the chair being supported. And begin to consciously breathe. Consciously breathe. And as you do, become aware of your breath. Become a watcher of your breath. Step to the side and watch yourself breathing. Breathing in deeply, watching the breath as it comes into your lungs. And letting go as what you no longer need within you is released and let go. Give yourself permission to completely surrender. Everything is going to get done. The to-do list will get done. For this moment, give yourself the gift of just being present. Right here, right now, in this holy instant. For when you allow yourself to become still and quiet, you connect with your true self, the only part about you that is real, spirit. The part of you that was here before your human body was born. The part of you that will remain when the human body is dropped. You will go on and on. And within you is a spirit that is still just as God created you, whole and perfect and complete. So continue breathing and watching your breath. Becoming still, quiet, empty, empty. Empty. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. From a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God. I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. From a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God. I find God. I find this sacred, holy space of stillness. Our hearts are open. Our minds are open. We completely surrender to accepting who we are as perfect divine creations of God. Perfect divine creations of life. And no matter what has happened on your journey in this physical realm, nothing has affected who you are. You are timeless, ageless, holy, eternal, forever loving, forever loved. And so may we use this time to remind each other of the magnificence that we are. May we have that faith that we know, that we know, that we know, that we know that all is well, no matter what seems to be happening in the world. For everything here passes away. Everything. The only thing that is left is your radiant self. May our hearts become like little children with complete faith. So once again, I invite you to breathe in, becoming very present in this room. Just feeling gratitude for us coming together this morning. Thank you, God, and so it is.